even if they don't always say it out loud. The Stoics, especially Marcus Aurelius, were big on virtue. Marcus said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." And that's the essence of virtuous living. It's about walking the walk, not just talking the talk. It's about living in a way that's honest, fair, and aligned with what you know to be right, even when no one's watching. And that's the key. Living virtuously isn't about doing the right thing for applause or recognition. It's about doing the right thing because it's who you are. And trust me, that kind of integrity doesn't go unnoticed. Over time, people start to see you as someone who stands for something real, someone they can trust, and that makes you unforgettable. Think about it. In today's world, where cutting corners and compromising values can seem like the easier path, living with virtue is rare. So many people are willing to bend their principles for convenience or personal gain, but when you choose not to, you set yourself apart. Imagine being in a situation where you could take a shortcut to get ahead, maybe even cheat the system a little bit. Most people wouldn't think twice about it. They'd take the easy way, but not you. You choose to stick to your values, even if it's harder, even if it means a longer road to success. That choice, that integrity, creates a lasting impression. People might not say it in the moment, but they're thinking, wow, that takes real character. Virtue isn't about being perfect. It's about striving to be the best version of yourself. It's about holding yourself to a standard that reflects the person you want to be, not just when things are easy, but especially when things are tough. Virtuous living means being honest when it's uncomfortable, being kind when it's easier to be indifferent, and doing what's right even when it's the harder choice. And here's the thing. People remember those who live with that kind of integrity. When you're the person who can be trusted to do what's right, consistently and without hesitation, that leaves a mark. It makes you stand out in a world where so many people are just doing what's convenient. And it's not just about big, dramatic moments of virtue. It's the little things too. It's about how you treat the people around you, how you handle your responsibilities, and how you show up in everyday life. Are you someone who keeps your word, even when it's difficult? Are you someone who treats others with respect, even when you don't stand to gain anything from it? These small acts of virtue add up. They create a reputation, and over time, people start to associate you with that integrity. It's the foundation of respect, and respect is one of the most powerful ways to make a lasting impression. There's also something deeply personal about living virtuously. It's not just about how others see you, it's about how you feel about yourself. When you live in alignment with your values, there's a peace that comes with it. You don't have to second-guess your decisions because you know they're grounded in integrity. You don't feel conflicted or torn between what's right and what's easy because you've already made the choice to live virtuously. And that inner peace radiates outward. It makes you more confident, more centered, and ultimately more memorable. People are drawn to those who seem at ease with themselves, who exude a quiet strength that comes from living authentically. Here's another quote from Marcus Aurelius that I love. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. When you live virtuously, you're not just making good choices, you're shaping your character. Over time, those virtuous decisions become who you are. They become the essence of your reputation, your legacy, and the way people think of you. Living with virtue isn't just about being respected in the moment. It's about building a foundation that lasts, something that people remember long after the moment has passed. Number 7. Acceptance of what is, embracing reality with grace. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It's not about throwing your hands up and saying, well, I guess I'll just deal with whatever happens. No, acceptance in the Stoic sense is much deeper. It's about recognizing the reality of a situation, no matter how challenging, and then deciding how you're going to respond to it. It's about focusing your energy on what you can control and letting go of the rest. And let me tell you, when you can master this, it not only gives you peace, it makes you unforgettable to others because you become the person who navigates life with calm and clarity, even in the face of hardship. One of my favorite quotes from Marcus Aurelius sums this up perfectly. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. What he's saying is that the obstacles we face aren't just challenges, they're opportunities. They're the path forward. When you learn to accept what you can't change and focus on what you can, you transform obstacles into stepping stones. And here's the truth. People notice when you handle adversity with this kind of grace. When you're the one who can stay calm and composed in the face of difficulties while others are stressing out or complaining, that stands out. It shows strength, resilience, and wisdom. And people remember that. Now, let's be real. Acceptance isn't always easy. It's natural to want to fight against things that don't go our way. We all want life to unfold according to our plans. But Stoicism teaches us that trying to control things outside of our power only leads to frustration and stress. The Stoics believed that we should focus on what we can control, our thoughts, our actions, our reactions, and accept the rest. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is the essence of acceptance. It's about understanding that while we can't always control what happens, we can control how we respond. Imagine you're dealing with a tough situation. Maybe something at work isn't going the way you hoped, or a personal plan fell through. Most people would waste energy fighting against what's happening, complaining or getting stuck in frustration. But instead, you choose to accept the situation for what it is. You don't waste time wishing things were different or getting angry about what's beyond your control. You simply ask yourself, what can I do with this? How can I move forward? That mindset shift not only helps you find peace in the moment, but it also makes you more effective at handling challenges. And people will notice. They'll see that, while others get stuck in frustration or denial, you're the one moving forward, adapting, and staying focused on what matters. And here's the thing. Acceptance isn't about giving up. It's about freeing yourself from the mental and emotional energy drain that comes with resisting reality. When you accept what is, you stop wasting time on things you can't change and start putting your energy into things that you can influence. It's about making peace with the present so you can move toward the future with purpose and clarity. That's not passivity. That's power. When you're able to look at a situation, no matter how tough, and calmly say, okay, this is what's happening. What's my next step? You become a person others look to for guidance and strength. Think about how rare that is. Most people, when faced with adversity, get stuck in frustration, anger, or disappointment. They let their emotions cloud their judgment, and they waste valuable time trying to change things that are out of their control. But when you're the person who can accept reality and keep moving forward with grace, that's memorable. People will think about how you handled difficult situations, how you stayed calm when others panicked, and how you always seemed to find a way forward, even when the path wasn't clear. Acceptance also brings a sense of inner peace. When you're not constantly fighting against what you can't control, you free yourself from a lot of unnecessary stress. You become more resilient, more adaptable, and ultimately more at ease with life. And here's the secret, that inner peace radiates outward. It makes you more centered, more grounded, and people are naturally drawn to that. When they're around you, they feel calmer, more secure, because they know you're not the type to get rattled easily. You become a source of stability in a world that's often chaotic. This principle applies to the bigger challenges in life too. Whether it's a personal setback, a failed plan, or something that just didn't turn out the way you wanted, practicing acceptance allows you to handle these moments with grace. And when people see you calmly accepting what is, without losing your cool or spiraling into frustration, it leaves a lasting impression. They start to associate you with that calm, collected energy that they can rely on. You become someone who brings a sense of balance to any situation.